I bought this a couple of weeks ago. I wanted a sort of fun little camera that wasn't complicated, was just a matter of, you know, pointing and shooting. Mostly for sort of street photography, candid kind of stuff, which is photography wise, it's mostly street photography that I'm into, with a little bit of kind of landscapey stuff thrown in, although I'm not really, my sort of landscape results aren't that good. They're shitey. So basically, I'd seen somebody somewhere online talking about these, and I kind of had it in the back of my mind to get my hands on a little film point and shoot. I wanted a little point and shoot so that I could shoot film on the street in the same kind of way that I would use the Ricoh digitally. What I like about this camera is it's simple and easy to use. It's a point and shoot. You're not having to muck about with aperture settings, shutter speeds, focusing. You just choose from the 3 settings that you have there. So it's basically close up, medium and sort of long distance, if you like. And depending on where you set that when you're taking the shot, you have to sort of think about your distance to the subject. And I suppose that's kind of hit and miss if you've never used this before, and I hadn't. So I put a couple of films through it. I used Kodak TX400, black and white, and I took a couple of shots of my kids, things around the house, and then I took it for a little sort of run on the street. And it was really fun to shoot with on the street. You really felt kind of almost invisible, like nobody really paid any attention to you, and I thought that was really good, because it made me feel more relaxed and less self-conscious about shooting people on the street, which can be, you know, can be quite a factor, especially for beginners, people who are just starting street photography. It can be quite daunting, and I still get a bit, not really nervous, but I can feel a bit kind of self-conscious sometimes doing that. But this was really quite fun to shoot with. The results were pretty mixed. Some shots just didn't work because of that distance. I didn't get the distance right, so a couple of shots that I thought might have worked didn't really work. They were out of focus. One shot in particular that I really liked is this one. This was a guy who was in the train station buying a ticket. I kind of spotted him while I was in the queue, and when I came out he was still in there, and I thought, I'm going to wait for this guy to come out. I just kind of liked the look of him. I liked his hat, I liked the way he was dressed, and because I was shooting black and white, I kind of had this idea that it might look kind of that kind of classic 1940s 50s kind of style. And so I waited for him to come out and took the shot. He didn't even notice that I photographed him. Because this camera is basically on priority mode and it makes the decisions for you, and you can't set the shutter speed or anything like that, it was quite a slow shutter speed, probably about a second, maybe just over that. So I knew because it was handheld that it was going to be blurred, and I just kind of hoped that it wouldn't be too blurred. But actually, it's one of these sort of accidents that happen in photography that the shot is quite nice. It worked out, and the kind of blurring effect kind of adds to it, gives it a little bit of character that I quite like. So probably out of all the shots that I've taken so far on this, it's probably my favourite one, I think. So I'll show you a couple of the other shots that came through those 2 rolls that I put through it so far. The flash unit here, there's a little kind of knob here, it unscrews and you can take the flash off, which makes this even more compact and smaller. But I've got quite kind of big hands, so it's kind of, you know, so it feels like a little toy thing really. When I was out in Edinburgh shooting on the street with this, it did feel like really small, like a little toy thing. So I've basically got the flash, if I can get it back on. Yeah. Basically got the flash on here whether I use it or not, and it does work. Put a battery in there and it does work fine. Whether I use the flash or not, it doesn't matter. It just gives it a little bit of extra sort of length, and it feels a bit more kind of comfortable for me to shoot with. Normally I like to be in total control. I don't like the camera making decisions for me at all. I don't like, when I've experimented and tried priority mode before, like on the DSLR and things, I don't like it, because it's deciding, you know, say the shutter speed or the aperture depending on what you choose. And I haven't tried it that often, to be honest, to give it a fair go, but I don't like it. I prefer to work fully manually and make all those creative decisions and what have you, technical decisions myself. So this is a bit of a sort of step into the unknown, really. Obviously I'd never used one before, and the distance thing and the priority, definitely a bit of a challenge, but it was fun to use, it was fun to shoot with. I think probably it would just take using it more to get used to it and getting really to know it and to know its little quirks and stuff. But it is, it's not a bad wee camera, I quite like it.